the mic.
Okay, what about now? All right. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, so we'll do that spiel again.
Yes. So, welcome to the channel.
Welcome to the channel, everybody.
And for everyone that has joined us, please give us a little shout out so we can acknowledge that you came in to watch our live stream.
Yeah. So before we get started, in case we have new people that have subscribed, and we have our old folks that have subscribed. So for all the new folks,
we are still here,
and
we're just sort of hibernating.
well, first of all, we need to tell who we are. He nervous.
For those who are new, I'm Vic.
And I'm Kerin.
And we are
the Real Weekend Warriors. And we are RVers. And we've been RVers since 2019.
Yeah, about a year.
About a year and a half. We're coming up on almost 2 years. And this is also about the same time for the YouTube channel. We had kind of laid low once the winter hit here in Ohio. And so we're back. We just wanted to come in and chat with some of our family, because you guys are family now. You have watched a lot of our videos. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, we just got an email today. We have just topped 20,000 views. So since we've started this channel, we have 20,000 views on our videos. So that is a great accomplishment for us.
Mm-hmm. And forgive me if I say the name wrong. LePay
is testing. We were.
Welcome. And we have some information about Cleveland a little bit later in the video, in the live stream. We're going to be talking about the Cleveland area. So
yeah,
don't go anywhere.
Yeah, hang on. LePay, I think LePay. Mm-hmm. Hanging with the Chapmans. Hey, how y'all doing? We've been going back looking at a lot of people's videos over.
Mm-hmm. Like you guys' fifth wheel. Nice.
Yes, your fifth wheel is beautiful. So we do like that. Mm-hmm. The Edwards family. Hi, San Antonio, Texas. How y'all doing?
Is it warm there right now? You guys getting affected in Texas? You guys getting affected by any of this weather that we got going on?
In Texas.
In Texas, yeah.
Yeah, all across Tennessee, Illinois, Missouri. We're sending our prayers out to all of those guys.
Yeah.
Because we understand it's kind of rough that way. Mm-hmm. So we're just we are thankful that, because we thought we were going to get a lot here in Ohio, and what we get a lot of wind.
Yeah, just the wind.
Mm-hmm. The wind picked up really, really bad.
Yeah.
Hi, come on in. Let us know you're in the chat.
Yeah.
We're gonna get started pretty soon with our guests. We have some great folks we met this season.
Yes.
So those guys are going to come in and hang out with us for a little bit. And we're going to get this started. You have anything you want to say right off the top of your head?
I miss camping. Actually, I'll speak for myself. I'm not really a cold weather person. Mm-hmm. You know, I'd rather be in the South somewhere, but our jobs
Our north.
Our north, yes. And it is cold here, except for today. It's like 58 degrees. But
Yeah.
that can change real quick.
Yeah, because actually I got a notification on my phone, and the whole area was covered in snow in 2019 on this same day. So Ohio weather can flip at any given moment, and that's why we went ahead and winterized and put the cover on so we would be covered.
And it was like when we put the cover on, the next couple of days, it was in the 60s.
Yeah.
But then that weekend coming up, it was down in the 30s. So
yeah. So we never know. Welcome in the chat. Let us know who's in the chat, and let us know where you're from.
Yeah. So again, I hope everybody can hear us okay.
I believe so.
Thank you for joining us. We're getting on here for two reasons.
Right.
One is to, let you guys know that we are still around.
We are still here. And actually what we're doing is preparing ourselves for the next camping season.
Yeah.
Whether it be, we're going to try to go to a lot of different places next season. So we're preparing for that. We're also preparing to get some of our wants that we wanted last season that we didn't get a chance to get. So we're just basically preparing during the winter here in Ohio. So that helps us out because it gives Vic a break from driving.
I think you guys are going to see her drive.
And he said that last year.
But I think you guys will see her drive.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm up for the challenge.
I don't think the backing up yet. I'm going to say it depends on where we go camping at. If it's something maybe like a state park, there's a lot of room. So I would let her do that. Yeah. Going to like a KOA or
it's tight.
So
well, not only that, I'll tell you what I wouldn't want to do is some of the hills that we went through when we traveled. We traveled the Mohican hills and then the West Virginia hills. That get me scared with driving a car. So, but we're going to get out there. We're going to meet up with a few folks. Yes. We've got some bookings already booked to meet up with a few folks. So we can't wait for that. And I think, what you think?
The other is, of course, our special guest.
Yeah, we're gonna well, let's see how many folks we have in the chat. We might wait a couple minutes just to see. We got 8 folks in the chat. Yeah. If you guys are still camping, let us know who's still camping in the chat. Cause I'm jealous. Who's still camping in the chat?
And for those still coming in, please let us know so we can give you a shout out.
Right.
TNT. Hey guys.
Hey guys. Coming in. Thanks for watching.
We're checking out your videos.
Yes. And when you come into the chat, guys, if you all can hit the thumbs up, from my understanding, and I've been told by other YouTubers that it helps the channel to grow. So if you're in the chat, give us a thumbs up. And that will be greatly appreciated because that helps. I think YouTube spreads your videos around a little more, the more people that are inclined to watch. You guys are still camping, hanging with the Chapmans. Oh, 30 minutes. Okay.
Well, you guys are in the South anyways. So you got the good weather.
Yeah. So hanging with the Chapmans, are you guys going to the Carolina Pines next season? I think you guys are in that area.
And that may be one of the trips that we are taking. Of course, we got to do a lot of planning for that because that's going to be like our 10-day vacation we took. We're
going to spread that out and we're going to stop at multiple places before we get there. And then on our way back, we'll do the same. Yeah. We did that this season and it turned out to be pretty fun.
That was a good trip for those who may have not seen that, please check out the video. It was actually very fun.
Yeah, yeah.
A very long trip, but
Mhm.
it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I would definitely go back to Georgia.
Yeah.
So if you guys haven't seen that video, please check that out. The campground that we stayed at right off of the water was beautiful. I would definitely go back there again.
It was one of the Georgia state parks.
Yeah.
And it wasn't anybody in there. We were surprised. No. It was so open, but the weather was beautiful and we were literally right off of the water. So.
And the fact that we was there during the middle of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So there was maybe 5 other campers out there all spread out.
Yeah. So it was pretty nice. Pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So without further ado, let's do a drum roll. We have met some great folks this season, like we said before, and we've decided to collab with those guys and do this live stream. This is our first collabing. So hopefully if this goes well, then some of you guys, we can do collab with these live streams and just talk about what RVers talk about. Mm-hmm. So we're going to try to bring these guys in. So bear with us now.
There you go. So here what this is.
Hey, Kerin, I see us, but I don't. Oh, now we got to
have.
Oh,
I got
it. You got
How y'all doing?
Good.
Good.
What's going on, Tim?
Well, since we can't social distance.
What's up, you guys? We haven't seen you in a long time.
Hey, yeah. I know, guys. We've been staying in touch, but we have not actually hung out. So if you wouldn't mind, if you guys could introduce yourself to everybody and let us know where you're from.
Okay. Hey, you or me? Me, always me. I'm Lee, this is Tim, and we are Forever Tripping. We're out of St. Louis, Missouri, and we started a channel back in this year, right? March 21, when we started into our camping season, and we decided to start our YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gone from there. So we've been having some fun and meeting fun people.
All right. So I don't know if we're getting any feedback. Are you guys getting any feedback on your end?
We're not.
Okay. All right. Those who glamped together. Hi guys. How you doing? Welcome to the chat.
This is fun. We've watched lots of people's lives, but we've never done one ourselves or been involved in one. So thanks for inviting us to kick in and hang out with you guys.
Well, we thank you for taking the time and coming to hang out with us. I think we kind of bonded as friends from our first meeting. And so what better way to do our first collab with you guys? And then maybe you guys can do one and then we can just keep on doing them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Without further ado, we're going all about the banks. Hi, guys. Hi, Belinda and Dwayne.
Hey, thanks Belinda and Dwayne.
Thanks for tuning in with us. We appreciate everyone in the chat. And first of all, what we're going to do like a Q&A session with Forever Tripping and just kind of pick their brain a little bit as far as RVing and camping. We're both, I think, pretty fairly new to both YouTube and RVing.
Yeah, you're right.
And
I said you're right.
Definitely. Yeah, we're both fairly new, but it's fun. I mean, I love it. I wish we would have started a long time ago.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Okay, so during this Q&A, let's see. I have, I wrote down my question.
We're scared.
You're scared. Don't be scared.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so my first question is to both of you, actually. What would you say, what campground would you say was your favorite for this past season?
I know we're going to agree on the first one.
Wakanda
State Park in LaGrange, Missouri, which is kind of near Hannibal, Missouri. That is absolutely my favorite part. We've already been to that park.
Okay.
Since probably after that, Echo Bluff will probably be a good one.
In Missouri as well.
It's in Eminence, Missouri. We've done a lot of camping in Missouri, not a lot outside of Missouri, but Echo Bluff and Wakanda, and I say it come in third. Probably, what's the other one? What's the one we went floating?
Hidden
Valley Outfitters, which is in Lebanon, Missouri. So, if you ever come to Missouri, those are some places that we would take you guys to.
Okay, so now since you say you were in Missouri a lot, what would you say was the worst? Which one would you say for all the watchers to not go to?
A place called actually it's the very first campground that we ever went to. Some of our friends, a guy that Tim works with, they kind of got us started with the camping idea. They took us to this place and they had never been there before, and it was pretty rough. It was not cool. And so that was our very first experience of camping, but we didn't let that deter us. We were like, okay, there's got to be better, greener pastures out there. And we found them. So but it was fun. You know what? Even though it was a bad campground, we made it fun. We always, trip out and make it fun, right? So
I think that all of us have probably had one of those campgrounds where you just had to make the best of it, like you're already there, you're already unhooked, and it's all it is to do is just forever trip, right?
like Lake Haven retreat.
So
Lake Haven.
Speaking of Lake Haven, would you say was that the farthest campground you guys went to?
No, we went to Mississippi. Yeah. I think that's the furthest one. Yeah. We went to a place. What was it called? Easy Days, which was kind of similar to where we were there, but it was really, really nice. But it was not a campground type. It was more like a stopover. They didn't have fire rings, but everything was really nice, really neat, really clean. They had a ton of rules. That was one of the things that I noticed, and they enforced those rules quite a bit. But I think a lot of people, because that was near Memphis.
It was like 20 minutes from Beale Street.
Yeah, from Beale Street, all of that stuff. So a lot of people went there to kind of enjoy that area. So that's what we did.
Oh, okay. Okay, so now we both have, I want to say, fairly new rigs. So if you don't mind, tell everybody your rig and what you love about your rig, and kind of one thing that you kind of like,
what you wish
you could change.
You might want to change.
Mm-hmm.
I've talked already. So.
You always talk, so don't stop with that. She's forever talking.
We have a 2020 Jayco 25 RB, which it is a 2021. My bad. Rose moment. So 2021 Jayco 25 RB, which means a rear bath. So our bath is on the whole rear of our rig. It's about 30 feet long in total. We like it because it's a couples camper. And so we really, when we were getting the camper, we said, okay, what we had heard when we were buying was buy the camper for who's going to be in it 99% of the time.
Right.
It's just the two of us. I mean, we have grandchildren, we have nieces and nephews, all of that, but they're not with us all the time. So, we have enough room to where we could, do a little air mattress or whatever, but it's definitely a couple's camper.
Mm-hmm.
Say it's probably easy to tow, right?
Yeah.
Especially since I'll back that up because we probably would have bought a fifth wheel if we would have had it at first, because we had an F-1 first, switched to an F-50, which now that pulls it like a dream. Not that I've ever pulled it. I'm just in the passenger seat. One of these days I'm going to drive. One of these days.
It won't be a trailer hooked up to it, though.
Yeah, he'll let me drive it. He doesn't even let me drive it without the trailer hooked to it. So that's a sidebar. But
I know those boys and their toys, right?
Yeah. But what we probably don't like is the fact that we don't have extra room. Like, we just have 2 love seats, and it's plenty of room just for us. But we've looked at some fifth wheels, but with the prices being so high, right, like they are right now, we're just going to kind of wait and probably wait until, closer to both of us being retired, because we'll be waiting a whole bunch more, not full time, but definitely part time. So
yeah, you can do a lot more being retired. I get it.
Yeah,
so, yeah, that's one of those moments you wait for, and then finally show up, right, Tim?
Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I think
what's that, Tim?
Down there.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. All right. We waiting on our invitation to the party.
No party. I'm just gonna fade away.
Yeah, he's being stubborn. I was seeing Corinne, somebody down here in the comments, I think it's LePay, wanted to know, was it our first rig? And yes, absolutely. It was our first rig. We just decided it was, during the quarantine. What really got us thinking about it was my son bought an RV because my son works full time traveling. So he and his wife actually live full time in their RV because they travel everywhere. And so we were looking for RVs and trying to help him find one, and we ended up finding one for ourselves. And we actually got invited to go on a camping trip, and so we were going to rent one. So we started looking around to see if we could rent one, and then we just started looking and like, I don't know if we want to stay in somebody else's camper. So we just ended up going to a couple of places and found this one.
I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button.
Did we lose us?
We good.
There we go. I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button.
That's okay. We didn't lose anything. We could still hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I had hit the wrong button. Okay, so the other thing is kind of more on a more serious side. You guys are in Missouri. You didn't experience any of that bad weather, did you?
We got the winds. We got a lot.
Okay.
It was. I think we had gusts up to like 65 miles an hour. But for tornadoes or anything, not in this immediate area.
Right. Okay.
About 20 miles away, 15 miles. Yeah. In St.
Well,
Charles.
that's good.
Yeah, we're fine.
Now, let me ask you, did you guys get the cover on your rig yet?
Okay,
I guess that's the answer.
Real quick, we went out there today to do it, but the winds here is like they're like at 45 miles an hour today.
Oh, yeah.
So we was out there trying to put it up. It was like having a sheet over a fan. It was just flying everywhere. So I got frustrated. I don't know how to forget this. So I threw it in the back of the truck and we'll do it another day.
You get frustrated.
Right.
He got mad.
He was mad. He was upset.
Left. He was like, maybe we shouldn't go. And I was like, well, we can do whatever. He goes, we should have gone with our first mind. Always follow your first mind. Because your first mind is usually going to always be the right. It was a hot mess. And so, no, we do not have it still sitting in the bed. We'll try again in a few days.
Yeah, well, you'll get it, and it'll be the perfect day because the weather are kind of back and forth. Because even though we covered ours earlier this year, some of these weekends I almost want to go out there and take it off.
Vic's like, no.
If you want to go, go right.
It took too much work for him to put it on there. I didn't help him this year, but last year I helped him. But this year he put it on by himself.
I know.
If you want to go camping, just go tent camping.
No, we ain't doing that no more. Look, we've gotten spoiled.
Oh, okay.
Well, at least you've done it. I've never done it, and I don't intend to.
Yeah. I think once it's kind of like you get spoiled. Mm-hmm. So I couldn't think about a tent now. But I'll let you go for it. You had a couple questions you wanted. You can fit in.
Yeah. So, for those of you who do not know, Tim is a veteran, and thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
To another, thank you for your service. But what is it that made you decide for the service to go, and how long have you been?
Wow, it's funny that you asked me that because I guess college. I grew up in the foster care system, so college was never really an option. So it was so the military. I knew when I was in high school that I was going to join the military. So I joined at 17 and retired at 38. So yeah, so that was pretty much I was pretty much destined for the military, and I had a great time. It made me the man that I am. So I definitely appreciate Uncle Sam.
And where were your travels? Was it strictly in the States?
Oh no! I did 2 tours in Iraq. I went to Korea twice, Alaska for 3 years, and the rest of the time was in the States. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hi, Mr. Blue. Or Mr. B, I should say.
Mr. B.
Mr. B.
Air Force people.
Thank you for tuning in.
So I was I was in the service also in the Air Force. I am the first male in our family that went outside of, like, my grandfather's uncles, my father, they were all Army. And I'm the first one who went into a different branch. I did a lot of traveling also. Korea, Panama, Desert Storm, Desert Shield. Never went to Alaska. Didn't want to go there. No, cold. I don't like the cold. But like you said, I went after high school. And I don't regret it. My father came down one day. I was in the basement in my room, and he came down and asked me. He said, "So what do you plan on doing? Since you done graduated?" I said, "Well, I thought I'd just sit around and relax and see what I want to do." He says, "No." He says, "You're going to either get a job or you're going to go into the service. One of the two." So I did try to find a job, but I just couldn't find one, and then went into the service, and I do not regret him giving me that choice. I do not regret it, And like you said, it made me the man who I am today.
That's right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, thank you for your service.
I grew up so fast.
Yeah.
Really did.
Wow. Well, shout out to all the veterans in the chat. The chat, there seems to be a few Air Force I see. Yeah, so thank you guys. Thank all you guys for your service.
Yep.
That's right.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I'm a dog. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is a couple of events coming up. The meetup on the Mohican. And then there's the Adventure Bandits are having one here in Ohio, which is the Cardinal Center campground, I think it is.
Yes, there's shooting range.
The shooting range up there. For you guys who do not know, or TNT Rving, Tony is a trap shooter. He does trap shooting. And correct me in the chat if I'm wrong there, but Tony is pretty good.
Yeah, we watched the video. I don't know if anyone subscribed to their channel, TNT Rving.
Yeah.
And he did a video on trap shooting. I didn't even know what that was, but the video was very interesting, and he is very good. So kudos to you, Tony.
Absolutely. Check him out.
We'll check them out.
So again, for these upcoming events, how many people plan on being there? You know, if you can just give us me,
Mr. B.
Well, we're going to the Adventure Bandits thing in June with you guys, but not the Mohican. I don't think the Mohican thing. Well, Ohio's pretty good haul for us, so
right. Oh, we understand. Mr. B will be at your wife and yourself will be at the Bandits. So we look forward to meeting you guys. We will be there. To all that are coming, we think that's going to be a great time. It's always nice watching their videos because I know maybe 80 or 90% of people in the chat have learned something from those guys, whether we like a campground or something. So shout out to the Adventure Bandits because we have definitely learned some things from those guys.
Yeah, and I want to say that was the first people we subscribed to
when we started. Yeah, their video just caught our eye, so we've been with them ever since.
Who was that? You said
Adventure Bandit.
You know what? Tim always says they're like the OGs. When we just first started, got the camper, we just started binge watching YouTube, so started looking for YouTube people to watch. And then once you start finding them, you start finding so many, and it's almost just like a huge family. Everybody supports everybody. We look like we get home from work, we get home, get our food, get our something to drink, and then we sit down and we turn on YouTube and see.
That's me.
Yeah, we're like, hey, nobody put a video out. Somebody need to put a video out.
And worst case scenario, I always go back and cause some videos when people first started and first began. You can see everybody's growth too. Like if you go and watch some of the videos from in the beginning of their channel until what they're doing now, I see a lot of growth. And I think within all those channels, you can learn something because if you come into this like blindsided, you don't know. Like when we were waiting on ours to get delivered. And so we just start going on YouTube and then finding everything that we're going to need and start jotting it down. So once the trailer was delivered, we had everything we needed. So now this year we're going on our wants. We want a couple things. So that's what we're doing.
When we first got started, it was funny you say that. Remember when we were ordering all that stuff from Amazon? And I remember I took a picture of our counter and it was literally full of stuff. I mean, we ordered so much stuff from Amazon that every day for probably 2 or 3 weeks, we got something. So Amazon got a lot of our money.
Oh yeah. I think that was our go-to place too. Yeah, CC's World. Hey, we'll see you at the Bandits Glamp Out.
If we sure will.
Yeah, and we'll get to meet you guys. TNT too. All right. Sound like we're gonna have a nice party.
Yep.
So maybe we can put 2 of these together in a year. Maybe somebody on another end can put one together. So we'll see.
Yeah, and when we get together, Vic, make sure you got them pink panties ready.
We were talking about that, Vic. We were like, where the name Pink Panties come from? Because it's a great drink. Don't get me wrong, it is a great drink. But where'd you get that name from?
That name, I'll have to tell you later. There's a story behind that one, and I'll have to tell you that later. That one can't be out in the public.
Okay. We don't
want to get our channel demonetized. We got to tread lightly. We just started.
That's right. But it's a good drink. And we experienced that when we met you guys in Indiana, and it was good.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Well, at the Mohican, was the Mohican on the meetup?
No. Adventure Bound.
Adventure Bound. Yeah, Adventure Bound. I want to say I did 40 shots of pink panties. Yeah, and it was popular.
It was popular.
Yeah, it was definitely popular.
Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to turn the floor over to you guys. If there's anything you want to tell the folks or anything you want to ask us or anything you want to tell us, we'll just open the floor for you guys. And that way we all can get to know each other since it seems that we're all traveling in the same circle.
We
so
are.
you guys go for it.
All right, Vic, what you think? All right. All right. So I know when we first started following you guys and started watching you, we was always saying, why do they wear earpieces? And maybe somebody else is asking the same question. So can y'all elaborate on that?
Well, as for me, I'll and I know why he does it. And look, he has his on now. Look.
Okay, so as far as I go, I have the GPS hooked into my earpiece. So there can be music playing in the truck and I can still hear what directions are going on. So when you see me in our videos, that's what I'm listening to. I'm listening to the GPS.
Gotcha.
Right. And then when you see me in the video with my earpiece on, I'm normally editing videos. You all know how difficult it can be doing videos, and you have a full-time job, you're a wife or a husband, you got duties. So every little break I can to edit videos or to learn something more about YouTube and creating videos, I take that option because he drives most of the time. So if I'm over there, I can basically put together a whole video by the time we get to our destination. And so then when we're on our way back and the content we have from that trip, I start to edit on the way back. So I can hear everything that's going on in my ear and it's not disturbing him with directions or wanting to listen to music.
Gotcha.
So that's why I do it. And it was funny that you guys asked that because you know what, we do always have them in.
Yeah. And it's so comfortable. I sometimes forget that I have it in. Because he said the same things. He said, you know, they're gonna mess with you. It would look odd. Well, for one, it looks odd right now because I usually have a hat on. The hat and the earpiece. So, but I'm at home, I'm relaxing. So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the story behind the earpieces. So if you guys wonder why they always got those earpieces, there's a story behind the madness.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. We'll let you slide with that.
Whatever.
I see that. I was looking at the comments and I guess what did I say? I need to put my glasses on. Mr. B bought their first RV in March, second one in August. Wow, wait a minute, March and then another one in August? Good night. And working on the third.
Oh wow.
Okay.
We're going full time and say, okay. That's gotta be cool. Nice. Where are you based out of, Mr. B? Where are you based out of?
And yeah, it looks like, asking what size they started with did you like go up and up and up? Because I know when we were looking at upgrading, we definitely want one that's a little bit bigger, obviously, and you kind of want a fifth wheel.
And we need more storage. I mean,
Yes.
Do you all feel like you need more storage too when you all are doing yours?
Yes.
And a lot of times we'll take stuff out that we know are not going to use on that particular trip. And then maybe use that space for something else we know we're going to use. Like the Blackstone, for instance. I don't always use the Blackstone, so we don't bring it. Like that's a big bulky thing and it takes up a lot of the storage space. So if I know we're going to eat out or we're going to use the grill, then I won't take the Blackstone. It just takes up space.
Yeah. I got a question. I have a question for the people that's tuned in with us. So
go for it.
Boondocking. Where's the best place to boondock? Is it the Cracker Barrel parking lot? Is it Love's? Is it Kmart? I mean Walmart?
We never boondocked. And when we take our trip to Carolina Pines, I got campgrounds booked for the way there, but I don't on the way back. And we're thinking we might just go ahead and do some boondocking on the way back because it's a 14-hour drive for us. So it's like we're going to take 2 days to do it. So boondocking is definitely something we would love if anybody's done it to get some more information on.
So one of the good places is Cracker Barrels.
Okay.
So
they
they actually have RV. So what you would do is plan out the route that you're taking, and then also look to see if there's like a Cracker Barrel.
They from St. Louis.
Along the way.
Do you have to call them first, though, Vic? Like, do you have to call them and say you're going to stay there, or do you just?
No.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
But sometimes it is a good idea just to call and say, "Hey, do you got RV parking?"
Or do you have like enough parking? Because we went to one Cracker Barrel and we had to park across the street because the rig was too long and it was in the road. So it is a good idea, especially if you're going to use a Cracker Barrel. Yeah. I would say to call them and ask them if they have the space.
Yeah, we did see all about the banks. We did see your video where you say at the Harvest Host.
Yeah,
that was a good video.
But don't you have to have a membership in Harvest Host in order to do that, though? I think because I get stuff from Harvest Host, so you have to have a membership because those are some really pretty places and always on wineries, which is definitely one of my favorite places to go.
So one of the things about the boondocking is you're going to need a generator.
Yeah,
that was gonna be my next question.
What do you
guys use? Is because you got the generators, I guess the big ones that are gas, but then some people got some that are maybe more electric, right? Inverters or something that you can charge up.
Yeah,
Harvest Host is worth the money. Wandering Wagners are in the chat. Hi, Mike and Lynn. Thanks for tuning in.
Mm-hmm.
Get an inverter generator. We
thought because the Adventure Bandits did one on the inverter generator, and we was looking at that, but I don't know. It's $2,000. It's not proven yet. It hasn't been out long enough. They said they haven't done any reviews on it because it hasn't been out long enough. So, and plus also, I mean, I don't want to keep lifting up a heavy generator up and down that truck. So I need to be conscious of the weight of it too.
Right. Because with our generator, we're on each side of it. So I know exactly what you mean. So it's a matter from lifting it up from the ground to set it on the truck. But I mean, for the both of us, it's not bad. But I know what you mean. You don't want to be you don't want to have to do that all the time.
She ain't gonna lift that. She gonna break a nail. She ain't lifting that.
Lee, what I tell you? I told you, you better use that J-Co.
Now the other thing about the generator is you got to think about what you're going to have, what's going to be running off of the generator. You're not going to be running 2 air conditioners. And at nighttime, it should be pretty much fine where you don't have to do that. You don't even have to run it. So it's probably going to be like TVs, the refrigerator, the oven, just simple stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they said the Honda
2020
2200.
Let me just quit fronting.
Yeah.
You're trying to be cute. What? So they have a 3500 generator. Okay. So we'll be able to see all these comments later because we're gonna write that down. Because we're gonna have to before he retires. So we're on a fixed income.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody asked, do we book for next year? Actually, you know what? This year for 2021, I had all of my trips booked. When did I just book all that stuff? Everything we had booked for this year, I had booked by like September of last year.
Yeah.
So I had a whole spreadsheet. Tim he laughs at me because I had all my details, my websites, how much it costs, how much we're spending for gas, what we're doing.
You're organized.
Yes, I keep track of all of those expenses just so we know. It's not that we're not going to spend it, but just so we know. But almost now. When we left Hidden Valley Outfitters last year, our friends who we went with, they already are booked for July 4th of next year. We tried to book, we couldn't get in there.
It was booked up.
They were already booked up. Now we can book some things for during the week because, like all the holidays, pretty much next year, you can forget it on a holiday. So we'll work out some things that, either I'll take some vacation or work from wherever we are since I can work from home. But I'm
so we're going to have to do the was it Carlisle Lake, the one that
we're going to have to do that. I'm waiting for Corinne to call me on that.
I know we working on it. Well, look, you know, it took me a week to put together this live stream.
That's okay. That's okay. What is this? Annie and Spence? That's the way to do it. Yep. Everybody, you have to book early. Annie and Spence, you have to book early because if you don't, you're not going to get a space.
What's the one in is it North Tennessee? Gallenberg.
What?
Gallenberg.
Anchor Down is like 2020. They're booked in 2024.
Yeah.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Well, the Wandering Wagner said, "Don't book ahead. You have more adventure that way."
No, dude. No.
But the Wandering Wagners, I don't think they book because we see them everywhere. They just pull up. They just show up. Yeah.
Wow.
Look, they're professionals.
Yeah.
We're amateurs.
Okay.
They just show up.
Wow.
Yeah, they just show up.
I would be so afraid. I
I don't know how they do it, but they just show up and they got a place to park.
They say we always get a spot. They're in the chat.
Yeah.
See, I'm too much of a baby. I'm sorry. We haven't even fresh water take.
Yeah, my nerves are too bad. I can't be doing that.
Yeah.
I'm like, here's my my reservation. And me and what's my? You know, we got mad when we went to what you call it because we couldn't pick our spot. I was mad.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a bummer when you can't pick your spot. So everybody in the chat, would you prefer to pick your spot or does it not matter to you?
Yeah.
That's what we want to know because that gets me every time when I cannot pick the site.
I want to pick my
especially
spot
since you're paying the money for it.
Right.
Yeah. Or if you get to pick the site, you have to pay an extra fee to pick the site you already paid for.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't care. I will pick the site. Like when we're going, I booked my Carolina Pines trip that we're doing in March. I booked like last April or this past April, and I picked my spot. Paid it's like maybe $25 or $30 or something to pick your spot because I wanted a certain spot.
Right.
But I have to just give hands off to the Chapmans because I can't do it. I'm too afraid. I'm sorry, Wagner. Oh, hey, they just got it going. Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like most people would prefer to pick their spot. I think that makes it so much easier because I always go for the end sites just so that one side over there you kind of have your space over there still. But I mean, we've been in the middle, we've been in the back, we've had our share this year.
What was that end spot? I think y'all was in Georgia or something. Y'all was right there by the street.
No, that was in Georgia. That was Georgia.
Yeah.
Oh, we were right by the sign.
Yeah.
And it's weird because we picked that site, but I thought the site was on the other end of the campground, not right there.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was like when we got there, I was shocked. And I'm like, oh man, but we made the best of it. And then we actually left a day early and went down to the state park in Georgia. And that's where we had that waterfront view for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, LePay, we always pick, we usually pick do we pick by the lake or by the bathroom?
Oh, the lake.
Usually the lake. The lake.
We say lake.
It's a plus if they've got a good bathroom because you can, use that and not have to use the one in your camper so much. But
right.
I like the lake views. If I can get a lake view, I always like to get that.
Get the water view,
Yeah, absolutely. But it's all, you know what? I'm ready to book up for next year. And I'm ready. If I could go camping right now, I would be gone.
Like I said, I keep telling him that, but I don't think he want to do it. But I would. But it's okay.
So for the people who are out there camping, does anybody think I don't know if people used to go on cruises or go to resorts? Like all of our vacation over the last year and a half has been all camping. We haven't flown anywhere or done anything. Not that we don't want to fly, but is anybody thinking about, are they want to go back on a cruise? I know you guys go on cruises sometimes. Are you thinking about ever going something different to mix it up?
Well, when we went through this pandemic, that was our motivation for getting the RV. And we did cruises every year, every year that it was like clockwork. But then when the pandemic happened and nobody could do anything, it was like we got an alternate route for vacation. So I don't think we'll push a cruise. I'm not missing it.
Okay.
We did one on our anniversary. Wait a minute. Our honeymoon was a cruise. Yeah, we cruised for a while. So I don't think I would miss it. I've
gone on several. The only one we've gone on together is Alaska, which was great. It was a wonderful cruise. We did the Alaskan cruise, but I've cruised to Cuba with my girlfriends and a couple other cruises too. One with my mom, one with some friends. He always says I'm always going, leaving him behind. That's cool.
Tim, that said that ain't right, huh?
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. Okay, so we're going to shift gears a little bit, and we want Tim to tell everybody who their friend is on their porch.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to strangle that boy.
So if you all haven't seen our video, our holiday video, please check it out. And you would love our snowman. He's on the front porch, but he's not actually just a typical snowman. His name is Stanley. Stanley the Yo Man. Trust me, he's straight hood. So
Stanley.
So if you watch the video and you check Stanley out in the comments, let me know what you think about him.
Yeah. So everybody in the chat, you all can drop if you're on YouTube, if you wouldn't mind dropping your channel. That way we want to make sure that we are subscribed to everyone. We think we are, but I must say, I don't know if anyone else has experienced this, that you go back to your channel and you notice that somebody you were subscribed to, that you're not subscribed to them no more. And that has happened to us a couple times. So if you're in the chat and you have a channel, just leave it in the chat. That way we can make sure we're subscribed to you guys.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to give a shout out to my daughter, the Edwards family down in San Antonio. Hey, Tiffany.
She knows. A couple of my coworkers watched that video and they were talking. One of my friends was like, "Oh, my daughter, she just you should have seen her eyes light up when she saw Stanley." I was like, "I'm sure Stanley is kid friendly, but okay."
The lady at church actually thought the snowman actually talked. I'm like, "No, that was me."
Oh yeah.
I'm like, really?
Rose moment.
You know what? You almost had me for a minute. I had to keep watching.
Wow.
Really?
His voice, it just came and went. And I was like, but I wasn't thinking that was talking, but I didn't know it was you. So I kept listening and then I caught the voice.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim has a lot of characters. Stay tuned in 2021. There's going to be, you already had 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Who was the other one with the teeth? Cletus? No, what was his name?
Oh, we'll bring him back later.
I can't remember his name now.
Okay, so we're going off. Are you done? Did you have anything else?
Yes.
You guys? No.
We're good.
It's been fun.
Good? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I have a question about one of your videos that I just watched, but you done it a while back. It was the rafting video.
Oh yeah.
When you did the rafting, you was like, it was a lot of work. Like, was you really tired? Because you was looking like it.
You froze for a second. Repeat that
question. Did you hear me now?
No, say it again.
I was saying the rafting video. I said Tim looked like he was really tired. Is it tiresome?
Yes.
Because I've never done that.
Yeah, it is. Because you have to steer the raft. I mean, it's a lot of big rocks and boulders in the water. So you have to actually steer the boat, then the current. So, you actually have to steer it. And it takes a lot to steer that thing. Yeah. I mean, I got guns, but I ain't got that. I mean, they little pistols, but no, that's a lot. And plus, that was my first time. But I think, as we do it, a few more times, I think it'll get easier. But that was the first time. And plus, I was kind of uncomfortable with it, but I think each time that we do it in the future, it'll get easier.
Because we were absolutely against it. Every time we would go places, people would be like, "You're gonna float." We're like, "No, heck no." And then we finally did it, and it was fun. I didn't think it was that hard, but then again,
Yeah, she didn't do anything.
I thought it was easy. It was fun to me. I was a videographer.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Well, thank you guys for leaving your channels. We want to make sure we think we are behind most of you guys, but we want to make sure because YouTube be doing some things. I am still learning this YouTube deal, and yeah. 1 minute you think you subscribed and you're not, like, so I don't know what's the deal with that.
Yeah, I'll go back through and check all of mine to make sure that I'm subscribed to everybody.
Yeah.
And subscribe to Forever Tripping, you guys.
Annie and Spence.
Mm-hmm.
They just started.
a channel. Okay, we'll make sure we go over and check you guys out. We did last weekend. We booked 2 more trips because we're still booking. We're like you guys. We were booking up everything by the time it was time to start camping. We had them back to back. But the one thing about it, when we got in about 2 months, but we was wore out. We had to take 2 weeks to do nothing because back to back, well, we was tired.
Well, that's because you all are real weekend warriors.
Yeah.
You all are
I know, right?
That's a lot of work.
But the warriors don't mean they don't have nothing to do with your age, though. But we have a great time. So we do look forward. Anybody else in the chat have anything? We said we were going to do an hour, and it looks like we have neared that hour.
Mm-hmm.
So if any of you guys have anything you want us to know or any information about anything, let us know in the chat. And we will post this video, so it'll be up if you want to go back and look at maybe some channels that you may not be subscribed to, and then we can make sure that we are. So without any further ado,
before that, so everyone in the chat, you can pretty much look at the names that are talking, and everyone pretty much has a channel. So if you're not subscribed to someone that you may see on there, we're trying to help each other out here. So go subscribe to their channel. Check them out. Everybody in here has a good channel.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we watch all you guys, and some of the videos we watch over again because we're learning something from you.
Yes.
Vic, it looks like somebody's asking you for some drone tips.
Well, it depends on what type of drone. There's so many new drones that are coming out right now. I have the Maverick Mini 2, which I enjoy that. It is very, very simple to fly. It is expensive. But you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Now, there are a bunch of other drones that are coming out that, I don't know. I would say watch YouTube videos and then make the decision about what you want to go to do if you're going to do drone footage.
Yeah.
Also, with that being said, they have a recreational license that I would suggest getting. It is very simple to take. It takes about a half hour to do it on the computer. It is free versus the Pilot's 107, if I'm not mistaken, which is to take that test, it's $150. And you actually have to go to a classroom to take the test. The reason you would want that one is if you plan on like making money off of your videos, you're going to need that license because they can come and shut you down if you don't have that license. So I'm kind of working on the Pilot's 107. I have the recreational license. Like I said, it only takes about a half hour. It's free. And if you're out flying at a state park or something like that, and the ranger comes up and asks you about it, you're going to want to have that on. Because he can tell you, he's not going to take your drone, but he can tell you, don't fly it. So,
Sort of like fishing, because I was out there just steady casting that line, and he said, we're going to need fishing license. I'm like, we are? I thought you just fished. I didn't know you need fishing license. Yeah. But I have them now, so I'm going by the book.
Hey, you know what? They can just set up a trip with you and Vic, and Vic can do a little personal lesson like you did with Tim. Right?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you know what? That's a good idea. I will do that. Yep.
TNT Rving said they love Stanley, yo man. And you're in number 784. What is that for the meetup? TNT 784.
I think they subscribe to our channel, and I think that's the number that they are. Their number. There's how many subscribers we have.
They're number 784.
Oh, okay, got it. I was
thinking. I think that's what they're saying. They can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, we're work our way up, trying to get more and more.
Okay, so now
she said yes.
With that being said,
well, now I want to end. We're going to end the live stream. I just want to give a little information that I found out over this past weekend, and I don't know if you're in Ohio or you're coming through Ohio. They're having a few RV and boat shows in Ohio. So I thought that was interesting because that's how we purchased our travel trailer. We went to the RV show. And so we always follow, and it's always nice to go up that weekend and just look around and hang out. And I just wanted to share with you all for the Ohio RV show at the Ohio Expo Center and State Fair is Friday, January 7th through Sunday, January 16th.
And that's in Cleveland. Right?
No, that's the Ohio Expo Center and State Fair. That's in Columbus.
Oh, okay.
That one's in Columbus. But this one at the Ohio Super RV Show, the IX Center, that is in Cleveland.
Okay.
And that is to be announced. So if you're interested in going to these RV shows, those are a few. Cincinnati also has a travel, sports, and boat show. That one is January 14th through the 16th and January 19th through the 23rd. So look, and the last one here is Cincinnati Dayton. That one's at the Dayton Convention Center. And that one is the 21st of January through the 23rd. And so all of the Ohio RV shows are in January. They may have more throughout the year, but for starters, I give you the January lineup. We did the convention center here before we had purchased ours, but that's what led us to getting the Forest River Vibe, and we love it. Yeah, I think he probably want more bedroom space, which I would too.
If there was anything that I would change on our rig, it would be the bedroom sliding out to give more room. But when we did go look, we were basing our rig off of what my vehicle can tow. Mm-hmm. So, but I don't regret it because I love the rig. But if there were some things that I could change on it, that would be one. That would be one. So with that being said,
we still have folks. We're still chatting. Hold on.
Well, no. With that being said,
okay, go ahead.
Tim has a beautiful truck.
Thank you.
He has a beautiful truck, and that's kind of making me go this way. There's so many things that we want to get, so we're just working on it, getting finances right and stuff like that. When we go to these RV events, we're going to be looking at fifth wheels.
Yep.
Okay.
We're gonna look at.
I try to look the other way because you know you look, you seek, and you shall find, right? Along with a hefty note on it.
Well, we decided, and since we didn't get that, we got the electric bikes. So
yeah, and that's what we're gonna go in the next season with. So
and thank you all for allowing us to test those out.
Right, yeah.
I'll be riding that back and forth to work next year.
he has a plan of action.
Yeah, because I'm only 8 minutes at the most from my job. And if I can leave my truck here and ride those bikes back and forth to work, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, so it looks like TNT say they are in 447. I think we're what are we, 435 or 439?
I think it was somewhere. I think it was 431 or I can't remember. You mean at the Adventure Bandits thing?
Yeah. So we're not far from you guys, TNT.
Okay. And I was just saying to Mr. B, who, if he's still, or that person is still in the chat, they have to hit us up because we have no people that camp in Missouri that we know. So
when he said they were from Missouri, I said, look at them.
I know, like St. Louis, that's not far. So
that's not far.
Definitely need to hook up with somebody like that because we would love to have, some people local to be able to hang out with and, go and do stuff.
And when we started, we didn't have, my brother and his wife were going with us. And, and once you get your feet in there, like you can, get off and go by yourself. And we always meet people. We meet people out and then people, see you and they know you from YouTube. It's like, they know us. So you kind of like shocked yourself.
I'm gonna call them superstars.
Superstars.
They will say that they are not superstars; they're just ordinary people. But she came running in. Who's that? Alum Creek?
Oh, the Wandering.
Yeah.
They were the first.
They were the first.
They were fun. That's funny because they were the first YouTubers that we had ever saw. Yeah. So we were at a state park, and I saw them.
Seen the dogs.
And I saw their dogs, and they're actually in the chat, the Wandering Wagners. So they were our first YouTubers we met while camping. Yeah.
And they invited us to the
Venture Bound. They have a meetup too every year.
And
you all have so much stuff in Ohio. We have
that was so nice of them to do that. Yeah.
Seeing them today in 419. Wandering Wagners, we just booked Alum Creek. I want to say the middle of April. We just booked them. That's kind of where we start. We start about the middle of April, but if we can get something booked before that, we will.
Do we? Somebody asking there, does he have a Hensley TNT Rving? Is that a hitch? What is
a hitch? It's a hitch.
Oh, okay.
I have the Hensley hitch. One, I am not a spokesperson for Hensley. Let me get that out there. But I love it. I have not had any type of sway whatsoever. Wow. And I'm talking in high winds. It's not even like it's back there.
Wow.
The thing with the Hensley, if a semi passes me, what I feel when I'm driving is my vehicle may get pushed a little bit. But there's none of this wiggling in the back with the trailer. There's none whatsoever.
Yeah.
Now,
pretty good.
The Hensley is expensive. But you look at what you're hauling, what you're pulling it with, and it equals out. It equals out. You have, I look at it at a safety point, and this is strictly something that is totally safe. And like I said, when I'm driving, the only time I really know that the trailer is back there if we hit a bump. That's it.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people has purchased those Hensley hitch, and TNT Rving have one, and we met those guys at Atwood Lake, and they were our neighbors.
Yes.
So that's a great couple as well, and we've even camped again with those guys here in Ohio. So we have had a great time with TNT Rving.
And they just started their channel, not a couple of months.
Yeah, I want to say. Yeah. And then when we met them, they didn't have a channel.
They did not have a channel.
And we was like, you guys ought to make a channel. Just do it. Like, we never had no plans of growing as far as we've grown. And so then we saw that they had a channel. So we thought that was cool because when we met them, they didn't have one.
Right.
So keep up the good work, TNT Rving. Great videos.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's it, unless anybody else got anything. You have anything? Guys, you have anything?
Nope.
Nothing at all?
No tennis.
Okay, well, thanks everybody for being in the chat. We appreciate everybody coming in and just interacting with everybody. That is great. And so our next live stream, we want to do pretty much the same thing. If you have any new information that can help out fellow RVers or fellow travel trailer folk, you know, anything that can help somebody, we welcome that in the chat. Because everyone can learn. You have something, Tim?
Yeah. First of all, I want to thank you all for hosting this.
And no worries.
And especially for having us as your special guests. And it's been a privilege. We had a great time. And with that being said, you got to have a Timism.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah. So we had a great time. So don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
Oh,
that's right. That's nice. Thank you, Tim. You never cease to amaze us. So with that being said, everybody,
I'm Vic.
And I'm Kerin, and we are the Real Weekend Warriors.
Thank you. Good night.
Y'all turn.
Hey, I'm Tim.
And I'm Lee.
And we're forever tripping.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you all later. All right. Happy holidays to everybody.
Okay.
Enjoy your holiday and be safe.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you guys.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.